sponsored by the Public Investment Fund. Visit Saudi, STC, SRMG, Dr. Suleiman Al Habib Medical Group, Saudia, the national airline of Saudi Arabia, Jeddah Season, Milaf Cola. Visit Qatar, Core Group, Desert, NHC, Jaco, Sky, Arab National Bank, First Data, Sella, and SMC. Ladies and gentlemen, this historic night with 3 main events is available worldwide. You can buy the pay-per-view now at DAZN.com. So ladies and gentlemen, we're here for the final press conference, so let's get it underway, and let's go ahead and start with our first contest and bring the fighters up to the stage. It is a great light heavyweight attraction, the Battle of the Badges, the FDNY versus the NYPD. That is the bravest versus the finest. And now making his way to the dais, please welcome, representing the NYPD, a proud member of New York's finest, Joel Allen. And now making his way to the stage, representing the FDNY, he's a courageous member of the fire department, New York's bravest, James Gennari. Contest and the next fighters coming to the stage, it's a special featherweight attraction. First making his way to the stage, he fights out of the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. Please welcome Levale Whittington. Making his way to the dais. Saturday night, he'll be making his much anticipated professional debut. In 2021, he captured gold at the World Youth Championships. He is now a ring ambassador. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Southpaw sensation from Nirashino, Chiba, Japan, Reito Tsutsumi. And now, on behalf of Ring Magazine, I'd like to welcome your host for today, Mr. Wade Clemens.
Yeah, Wade! Hey, my guy!
Hello, everybody, and welcome. We are 48 hours away from history in the making as boxing takes on a new look presented by the Ring Magazine. I want to say a special thank you to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh for making all of this possible, and of course, our 3 main event level main card featuring Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barboza Jr. for the WBO Super Lightweight Championship of the World. A welterweight matchup between undisputed and united, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. Thank you. My first time here today, folks. I appreciate it. And in that main event, we have Ryan Garcia versus Romero for the WBA regular welterweight championship. But before we get there, we have our preliminary card press conference. And for more on all of the things you need to know about this undercard, I have on stage with me the COO of the Ring Magazine, Mr. Rick Reno.
Thanks, Wade. Well, first I want to thank everyone for being here. And, you know, this event is like a big, giant, beautiful cake. And we wanted to put the cherry on top, which is the professional debut of Japanese sensation Reito Tsutsumi. And this guy, I followed him in the amateurs, is an unbelievable talent. The minute he turned professional, people in his country, the experts, the insiders, they were saying, this guy will be the next superstar of our country. He'll be a future world champion. He will be the next guy to headline mega events. And he's embraced all of that. He hasn't been, rattled by the lights, the entire event, and his people believe in him, his team believes in him, and more importantly, he believes in himself, and everyone at the ring believes in him, and that's why we made him a ring ambassador. And 2 days away, it's showtime, and now it's up to him to display his skills on the world stage. And I fully expect him to impress. And then we also, as a native New Yorker, I can always appreciate watching a cop and a firefighter trade punches in the ring. But given the amount of traffic tickets I've received over the years, I'm a little bit biased in the outcome. So I'll hit it back to Wade and let everyone speak.
Thank you, Rick. I want to start with our first fight of the evening, Battle of the Badges, but I think for so many more people in the city of New York and around the world, every fighter that will get on stage today has courage. They have willpower and they have hearts of a lion, but it takes it a little bit further when you talk about the men and women of our service departments in every city across America and across the world. I just want to make sure that we take a moment now to respect those men and women and the men on stage that serve us every single day and make sure we're safe and sound, because that's where the real heroes are. With that being said, I want to start with you, Joel. Battle of the Badges, baby. We're here, and I just want to know your thoughts on fighting in your city in front of your people.
Well, first, I gotta thank God, because without him, it's possible. Thank His Excellency, thank Natural, Golden Boy for this opportunity. I mean, I'm blown away. It's just like a childhood dream 25 years ago. But I'm here, have the opportunity. I came from a program, Police Athletic League, when I was a kid. Without that program, I wouldn't be a police officer, I wouldn't be serving my city, I wouldn't be serving my community. Cops and Kids has made superstars in boxing and outside. So that's what I fight for. That's what my heart is. Sorry about the traffic tickets, that's really not my thing, but I'm all about the community, I'm all about the kids, and that's what I plan to put on for my city, NYC.
Thank you. And James, you're representing FDNY. Obviously, there's a big rivalry here. It's maybe unspoken between you, but very outspoken in the public. How are you feeling in representing the FDNY in front of your city?
We love the boys in blue. I know he's going to bring it. I'm going to bring it. You got to have balls to do both of our jobs, I think. You got to have balls to step in the ring. And you don't get a nose like this from being in boring fights. So it's going to be a fun fight for sure. And I'm ready for it.
You know, I heard that there's a little experience already between you two, that potentially there's a bit of a rivalry brewing between you personally. It seems like you may need to seek some revenge here, as Joel has gotten some wins over the FDNY previously.
That he has. That's why I say I know he's going to bring it. And, I'm not going to say it's personal, but I'm bringing my A game for sure. He's beat every fireman that I know of, but he hasn't fought me yet.
Joel, any response there? Like you said, you're pretty dominant when it comes to the rivalry. How do you look to this one?
This 40-year-old warhorse got a few tricks up my sleeve, so, he could be added to the list respectfully.
This is only a 3-round matchup, Joel. Do you look to go in there and close the show before those 3 rounds are out?
Listen, you don't leave it in the hands of the judges, I'm going in there to win. This is a big event, it's a big opportunity. I don't plan on embarrassing NYPD. I know he doesn't plan on embarrassing FDNY, so we look to put on a performance, and you don't get paid for overtime. So
Absolutely. James, same question. How do you see this going? 3 rounds, you got to get to work early.
I do have work the next day. I mean, so it'd be nice if I get a first round knockout, but unfortunately I don't have strong, power shots. But we'll see. I'm gonna put everything into it, and yeah, hopefully we can wrap up early. But I'll be ready for a 3-round fight. If it goes to the judges, doesn't really matter.
There it is, folks. Your first fight on the night. A big round of applause for James Yanari and Joel Allen. And I would call it the main event of our preliminary card. We see Reito Tsutsumi make his pro debut versus Levale Whittington. Levale, I'll start with you. Feels like everyone is overlooking you in this matchup. I've actually called one of your fights down in Caguas, Puerto Rico. You are a guy that says yes when opportunity comes. You've been to Puerto Rico. You're now here in New York. What's your message to the people of what's going to happen Friday night?
First off, I want to thank God. I want to thank my family, all my supporters at home. Metro and everybody for giving me this opportunity. Like you say, you called my fight, so you know how I get. Y'all overlook at me, that's cool and all. I ain't want y'all to expect me to win. But Friday night, y'all gonna see the best version of Levale Whittington.
There it is. And for you, Reito, like I said, a lot of wonderment, a lot of things for you to show. A great amateur career, but now you're in the pro scene. How did things change in your debut?
そうですね、自分は今回プロデビュー戦で、多くの人に見てもらえると思うんですけど、インパクトのある勝ち方と倒し方で世界に見てもらっている人々にすごいやつ来たなっていうふうに思ってもらえる試合をしますので、応援よろしくお願いします。
Yeah, it is my debut fight, so I would like for all the people in the world to see my fight. And what I want to do is I want to make a really good impact for the people who's watching the fight for the Friday night. And I want people to see who is this guy. I want to make my name for myself for this fight.
There's no better city to do it than right here in New York. Speaking of making a name for yourself, Levale's record might not speak to it, but he's a tough guy in there. I've seen it firsthand. 6 rounds in your debut. How do you look to handle a tough opponent right out of the gate?
Yeah, そうですね、プロデビュープロでの経験もある選手なので、しっかり自分のボクシングを貫いてやってきたことを出し切る、それだけだと思っています。
Yeah, I know he has some experience as a pro, and it is my debut as a pro, but I do want to embrace my experience as an amateur, and if I do my fight, I think I'll be fine.
Right. Levale, any prediction from you in this fight? 6 rounds, he's making his debut. You have a little more experience. You think you're going to shock a lot of people on Friday night?
I plan on shocking a lot of people and getting my hand raised, whether it's by knockout or unanimous decision. If you come in crazy, it's going to be a early night.
I don't know if you heard that, Reito, but he said if you come in crazy, you're going down. He looks to put you away. If you think it's an easy road, it's not going to be that.
Make sure you translate that.
Well, it's easy for you to say in the world, but you gotta show it on the actions.
Levale, any response?
Friday night. That's all I'm gonna say. Friday night. Just prepared to be in for the fight of your life, man. Translate that.
He said he's in for the fight of his life on Friday night. He said Reito is in for the fight of his life on Friday night.
He's gonna be fighting for his life.
そうですね、今までプロデビューですけど、プロデビューに向けてやってきたことを 100% 出し切るだけだと思うので、自分も試合をすごく楽しんで悔いなくやりたいなと思います。
Yeah, I just want to enjoy the fight on Friday night. It's my debut fight, but I want to enjoy it, embrace it. I want to do my best to do my performance on the ring.
And I think we'll leave the rest for the action on Friday. I want one more. I'm going to ask you one question, Rick. First off, the suit, the fit is looking immaculate. I know that you're just down today, but I know it's going to rise as we get closer to the card. But you spoke to this undercard. I want you to speak just a little bit about how important it was to do it right here in New York.
Well, for me as a New Yorker, it was very important to do it in New York. Like I'd stated in an earlier conference, we wanted to do something that was out of the box, something that had never been done before. And I think early on, a lot of the critics didn't believe this event would happen. They thought it would be a bait and switch. Oh, they're not going to do it there. They'll probably at the last minute move it to Barclays or the Garden or somewhere else. But I think as the days have come closer and the weeks have come closer, a lot of those critics have been forced to eat their words because now they're starting to believe. And now all the A-listers are contacting us, the celebrities are contacting us. We're like overwhelmed with the amount of people that want to be in Times Square. And if you can't make it there, it's definitely an event you don't want to miss. And I would go right to DAZN.com and buy that pay-per-view.
You heard it there, folks. Do not miss it this Friday. This is your preliminary card. We're going to get these fighters up and face them off in front of you guys. Give us one more hand for our fighters on stage.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm living Chicago. Right next to the Nebo. But I'm in the hood forever. I'm in the Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to have a Harlem. I'm on my
Battle of the Badges. FDNY versus NYPD. Light heavyweights, James Gennari, Joel Allen. Fatal Fury, Times Square, New York City. Six rounds, featherweights, Reito Tsutsumi, Levale Whittington, Fatal Fury, Times Square, New York City. Ambassador Reito Tsutsumi, Chicago, Illinois, Levale Whittington, 6 rounds, featherweights, Fatal Fury, Times Square, New York City.